What's up, everybody? Coach BJ here, and I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day. It is a beautiful winter day. We are officially in the winter season. It's a lot colder, but hey, the seasons change, and this is a part of life. And I'm just happy to be alive and blessed to be able to make it this far through a challenging year. 2020 has been a challenging year, but it's also been a year of revelation. There's been a lot of shadow work going on amongst people, even with myself. I've had to do shadow work and emotional healing and healing from things from my past and things that I thought weren't even there anymore. But I realized we're still there subconsciously deep down inside. So I think there's a lot of people who are becoming woke to just things going on in the world and the transcendence and the new shift in the universe that happened with the winter solstice. And there's just a bunch of new things going on. So 2020, although it's been a challenging year, it's also been a year of enlightenment and revelation as well. But let's get into the topic of the video. And as you can see, I titled this video, how to unlearn yourself and why it's important to unlearn yourself. And I know when you first hear that, you're thinking to yourself, why would I want to unlearn myself? That doesn't even make sense. But when you think about it, it really does make perfect sense. A lot of times we learn things growing up that aren't really good for us. We pick up these terrible habits as far as how we see ourselves. Maybe someone told us that, you weren't good enough, or you weren't attractive, or you were too fat, or you were too skinny, or you're too tall, or you're too short, or you're not talented enough, or whatever it is. We pick up these labels and we tag them onto ourselves, and we take these with us growing up, from childhood into our adolescence, into becoming teenagers, into adulthood. We keep these labels with us. Even though we're adults, we still have those labels from us that were given to us as children. And so what happens is we start to tell ourselves, well, this is who I am. This is who I've always been. I've always been chunky, or I've always been this way because I'm big boned, or I've always been skinny. I can never gain weight. And we literally tell ourselves these things, and subconsciously we pick this up and we just eat it up. And it sticks with us, and that becomes our identity. And when you label yourself with something like that, or with these type of tags, you identify yourself with those tags, and you become what you identify yourself with. If you identify yourself with being someone who is a lazy person, and you have no drive, and you can never get motivated to exercise, then guess what? You're going to become that person who's never motivated to exercise. You're never going to accomplish your fitness goals. You're always going to be overweight, and you're just never going to have that drive or that motivation to want to exercise and work out. That's how it is. Now, if you're somebody on the other end of the spectrum who says, I am motivated to work out because I love how it makes me feel. I love feeling strong. I love looking good. I love feeling good. I like my immune system to work like it's supposed to. So I'm going to feed my body with the stuff that it needs. Then guess what? You're going to become that person, and you're going to look it. You're going to feel it, and people are going to be able to look at you and tell this person takes care of themselves. It's who you label yourself as. If you tell yourself all the time, oh, it's hard to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees. All the rich people are schemers and scammers, and they scam people out of their money. That's why they're rich. And, all the people who have money are just evil people, and they're stingy and they're greedy. And, that's money isn't everything. And if you see that as being your reality, well, guess what? You're always going to be broke because you have a terrible outlook about money. You think that money is bad when money is simply just a medium of exchange to do things that you need in life. Think about it. If you had no money, you couldn't pay your bills. You couldn't pay your rent. You couldn't even buy food if you had no money. So it's not money that's bad. Money's not bad at all. Money is paper. It's a medium of exchange to buy and get the things that you want in life or need in life. So it's not that money is bad. It's that you have a terrible outlook or a terrible relationship with money. On the other end of the spectrum, you have people who have a healthy relationship with money. They say, I love money. It's money so easy to make. I love money, and money loves me. Money comes to me in avalanches of abundance. And I'm always doing good with my money. I'm able to live in the house I want to live in. I'm able to drive the cars that I want to drive. I'm able to take my family to nice exotic vacation spots because I have the money to do so. I'm able to give to charities and bless others with my money because I have an abundance of money. Do you see the difference in relationships with money? You have one person who is very pessimistic about money, and then you have the other person who's very optimistic about money. So where do you think that money is going to go? Here's the crazy thing. Money has ears, and it hears when you call it. And I know you might hear this like, what? Money doesn't have ears. But money is a vibration. It's a vibration. So if you have a terrible outlook about money, guess what? You're always going to be looking at money from a negative outlook. You're always going to be broke. You're never going to have money to where you can live the abundant life that you probably want to live, but subconsciously you tell yourself that money's bad. And on the other end, you have people who have a positive, loving relationship with money. They love having money. They love all the things that money can do for them. They can do good things with money. They can live in the places they want to live with the money they have. They can be a blessing to others because they have an abundance of money. They have a positive relationship with money. So here's where unlearning yourself comes into play. You literally have to brainwash yourself to become someone else that you want to become. And I don't mean someone else like another person, like you want their talents or you want what they have. I mean you have to brainwash yourself to become a new identity for you. That means if you want to become successful in whatever kind of job you're doing or a business that you want to start, you have to see yourself as being the successful person that you desire to become. Yourself, not someone else, not Jane or not Larry who's over there or whoever you can think of. You have to see yourself as being that person already. It's called the RAS, the Reticular Activating System. RAS. And when you start to see yourself as being the successful person with the money that you have, living in the house you want to live in, driving the car that you want to drive, having the spouse that you want to have, you will literally start to see things that align with where you want to be in life. Have you ever noticed that when you see a car that you like or that you want to have in your life, or maybe you just bought a car that you got, and then all of a sudden when you're driving on the road, you start to see that same car on the road everywhere now? That's not coincidence. That's because your RAS is programmed now to start seeing that vehicle. You ever notice that when you say something or you mention something or you talk about something, maybe it's a certain food or something like that, or a color or something like that, and then when you start to go places, you start to see ads or commercials where this food comes up now. It's like, what the heck? I was just talking about that, or I was just thinking about that. That's because you are aligned, you're on the same frequency with what it is that you're thinking about. So think about that. If you're always thinking about being broke, if you're always thinking about how money is hard to make, if you're always thinking about how, oh man, it's tough, and money doesn't grow on trees, and my grandparents were broke, my parents were broke, and I guess I'm going to be broke too. If that is your reality, well, guess what? That's what you're going to see. But if you see things from a different perspective, you know what? I'm going to break those generational curses. I am going to be rich. I am going to be wealthy. I am going to share my talents with the world, and I'm going to be wonderfully blessed financially in return because of the good that I'm putting out. I am going to be wealthy. I am going to bless my family with wealth. I'm going to set a new standard for my family, and I am going to be rich. If you start to talk like this and literally brainwash yourself to believe this and literally say this to yourself every day, guess what? You're going to start seeing things that will match that frequency, that will put you in alignment with that. Opportunities will start to appear that you didn't see before. The right relationships will start to come to your life. Maybe someone will come to your life that says, hey, I got this new business idea that's going to go next level. Or, hey, I just started this new business doing really well. I'd love for you to be a partner with me. Or, hey, maybe there's an opportunity that comes up. Someone emails you or gives you a call and say, hey, I would love to sign a new contract with you because I see the work that you're doing. Or whatever it is. But literally, that can only happen if you get on the same frequency. It's a paradigm shift. You literally have to brainwash yourself to become what it is that you desire to have in your life. And this is where unlearning yourself is all about. It's not about saying, you know what, I have to unlearn my name and I have to unlearn my... No, it's not about that. It's about unlearning how you've always seen yourself in a negative way. And you have to see yourself in a positive way. This is why affirmations are so important. Write down affirmations. I have affirmations written on my board right here. And I have 5 statements that I look at every morning, and I just changed them. These are brand new affirmations that I changed, and they make me feel so good, and it's amazing, and I love reading them. I read them every morning and then at night before I go to bed. And this is how you start to program your mind to attract the things into your life that you want to achieve. And one of my affirmations says, I am a money magnet. I give my talents with love, and I'm wonderfully blessed financially. That's not just some woo-woo, like, words that I'm saying. Like, no, that is my reality. That is who I am. You literally have to see yourself as who you are already, because you don't get what you want. You get what you are. And if you see yourself as being a successful person, as being a loving person that shares your talents with love to the world, and then you're wonderfully blessed financially in return, that's who you are, because that's your identity. You think Michael Jordan became the greatest player in all basketball history alive because he just said, oh, you know what? I want to become the greatest basketball player in the world. No, it wasn't that. It was more than that. He saw himself as being the greatest. And when you see yourself as being the greatest, you do things that align with being the greatest, which requires training, practice, practicing more than others will practice, doing things that other people are not willing to do. And then you become what it is that you see yourself as being. If you see yourself as being the top salesman in your company, wherever it is that you work at, if you see yourself as being that, guess what? You're going to attract things to match that identity, because you're going to start doing things that align with you being the best. What does the best salesperson do? They go above and beyond the call of what the general salesperson does, which means maybe offering added bonuses, maybe showing people what you have to offer if they work with you. What comes with you being the person that they're going to work with that somebody else doesn't offer. Because somebody else might offer the general, just to get by, oh, this is what it is, da-da-da-da-da. But you, being the top, you say, hey, this is what I offer, but on top of that, I also offer this, which is normally not offered. And I like to do that because I like to add value to my clients. All of a sudden, you become someone who's like, whoa, you know what? I'd rather work with him or she or her, whatever, because they are offering this, whereas this person is just offering this. You're being the top salesperson or whatever it is wherever it is that you do. You're being that. You're not wanting to become that. You already are that. And you literally have to see yourself as being what it is that you desire to become. This works, guys. This is not just some woo-woo, like magical stuff. Like, it might feel and work like magic, but literally, guys, it's the laws of the universe. That's how it works. The law of attraction is real. Just like there's a law of gravity, the law of attraction is real. It's really the law of vibration. You have to get on that vibrational frequency to attract things into your life. You have to be on that frequency. And once you get on that frequency to attract the things you want into your life, magic starts to happen. Things start to show up in your life that you didn't see before. Opportunities start to appear that weren't there before. They were always there, but you weren't on that same frequency. You have to get in alignment with things. If the opportunities are right here and you're down here, you're never going to see them. But if the opportunities are here and then you come up into alignment with the opportunities, now you're in alignment with the opportunities. You're in alignment with the right situations, with the right people, with the right circumstances. And these are things that are going to bless you, prosper you, elevate you, and take you to the next level in your life. And it all happens with unlearning your old self and becoming the new and improved, better version of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and be sure to hit that bell icon. That way you can be notified whenever I do upload new content to the channel. As usual, I love you guys. God bless you. And I'll see you guys in the next post. Peace.